Cancer, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the month of November 2023. So anyone with prominent Cancer placements in your birth chart, thank you for being here. Hope you all are doing well. I had a hard time with your reading so far. I tried and I was getting nothing. It felt very numb. I feel like the Cancer is numb right now, and it's not really bringing anything to the table, literally, with these cards on the table. So it's very like in a daze, like in a haze, very spacey, like when you are just staring out into space, very emotionless, which you can be. Believe it or not, even for you cross watchers who are not a Cancer, Cancer gets the reputation of being too emotional. As with everything, there is the other side of the spectrum. You can also have an emotionless Cancer from time to time. I was also getting I also had a vision of you trying to see something very, very clearly, like zoned in. Someone was using their gifts of sight, intuition, third eye, all-knowing, all-seeing type of thing. Whether you're doing that literally or it's coming through metaphorically, of you trying to find the truth about something. You trying to get clarity about something, see through something. You don't have answers about something, so you're trying really hard. But the twist on this is that as you are trying to find the truth, you come across the truth, you get the truth, and it is completely not what you expected it to be. And it surprises you, right? So even if you don't have answers, you think you know the truth. But once you get the truth, it is like so off. Like you were so off as to what it was. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. So we'll see what that's about. Let's see if the group of Cancer I'm picking up on right now can give me something to work with. I understand if you are in a blah, numb type of stage right now. But we're here to do a reading. We're here to see what's going on for your month. So let's see what comes through. What's coming through for the group of Cancers I'm picking up on for the month of November. Feels very like you were let down. You feel let down and now you just went numb. Like no feeling, no emotion, no thought, no desire, no wants. 5 of Swords. Ooh, Cancer and a 5 of Swords? Forget it. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of cross watchers come through here. You have the Page of Wands. What do you want? You want something. But it's like you wanted something and something happened. Like I feel like you really you were let down. Okay, like it was just not what you thought it was going to be. It was not what you wanted it to be. So you may be sabotaging it a little this month. Oof. I feel it's like F it. Like if you feel let down, right, you wanted something, you were passionate about something just like turned on the fire within you, and you were let down, then you turn into this like, well, why am I even going to try? Why am I going to put any effort? Like, what's the point? But it's still around. So it's just like, instead of completely getting out of it or actually doing something about it. It's like you also gave up. Like you feel let down, so therefore you gave up, basically. But this thing is still lingering around because it's coming through in the reading still. There has to be some type of breakthrough that happens here, because if there's no breakthrough, you are going to mess with it. You're gonna mess with it. You're gonna do this whole toxic, destructive thing with it. You're gonna, man, it's that feeling of like, I just don't care, you know? Like, I don't care what happens. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I want. I'm gonna act however I want. You know, if something frustrates you or irritates you, you're gonna act on that. You're gonna say the things instead of being tactful and thinking things through, right? It's like acting out, you know, like acting out without thinking about it, without controlling yourself, without noticing that, you know, your behaviors are coming from a place, from a certain emotion. Like you're bypassing that and you're just going straight to the action. So, it's a little immature. I'm so sorry to say. And I'm also saying immature, the word immature, because the Page of Wands is here. But it's also a matter of like, you feel like you need to fight for yourself. You feel like you need to defend yourself. Like you need to, like if you are asked, if anybody comes to you and wants to talk about it, you're gonna talk about it. And I feel like there isn't going to be a filter, really. I feel like you are going to just completely, like, spill. Usually a Cancer is very intentional with everything they do. And this is also intentional, by the way. Like, don't mistake that. This action of being toxic and messy and a little dramatic and acting out, this is also very intentional, okay? Because you were let down. But either way, people want to talk about it with you, you're going to talk about it. And you're going to tell people how you feel instead of holding back, right? Like usually you'll hold things in. You're very private. You will speak when you're ready, when you feel like the time is right to say the thing. More often than not, you hold things in and you hold things in and you hold things in until, you know, a moment, let's just say like this happens and you just lash out a little bit or a bit. But that's, you know, I would just be careful with people, because Seven of Wands is coming through. You may come into like head to head with other people, you know. People want something from you this month. People want a lot from you this month, actually. I feel like that too. Like people want a lot from you this month, and you have needed people recently, or you have asked, not needed as in like, do something for me. No, I'm not saying that. Like, in other words, like you wanted people to show up for you, to show up and do like their part, right? And then that didn't happen. You got let down. But now all of a sudden people want you to do your part, or, you know, and it's just like they want of you. And it's just like, no, like it's too late. It's too late. But with the Seven, it's like people and situations are coming at you, and you're needing to set your boundaries. You're needing to push back. At some point it may feel like overwhelming, like there's a lot coming at you. There's a lot of requests, there's a lot of expectation, there's a lot of wants. You know, people expecting you to be the typical Cancer of like, do this for me, be there for me, like always be there. And something happened that you're just like, no, not right now. So I don't know. I feel like you as a person, you're going to just be a little complicated this month. You're trying to figure something out for yourself, right? Like everything comes back to the self at the end of the day, okay? Whether or not you feel let down by someone else, therefore you're just like giving up effort and acting out like you don't care how you come across, you don't care what you say, you don't care how you make other people feel, like it just whatever. But yeah, there's just like there's something there that you need to pinpoint and look at. So this month is going to be the time frame where the behavior is happening, and at some point it's like, okay, I need to heal this part, I need to figure this thing out. Like the behavior is coming from somewhere. It's coming from a wound, it's coming from a trauma. I feel like this is something that you deal with, like whatever this is, several times, or like a pattern or a ongoing cycle. And cancers are very, like, how can I say, like changeable, right? Like they tend to cycle in their disposition, in their moods, in their way of being, you know, like you'll get a Cancer that is super driven and focused and determined and clear, and then something happens that they change their disposition, and then they're just like, you know, a little destructive. They give up, they don't care, it's like whatever, you know. And usually that happens when they're let down, because they give and give and give so much. And then also, I mean, like just the moods, right? Like we're known for the mood changing, our moods changing. But this month, it's like you're in that month where you don't care how you are seen. You don't care what people think of you. I just keep getting this thing of like, you're giving up, like you gave up effort into something. And it's just like, whatever, like, I'm not going to, I don't feel the desire. I don't feel that it's necessary for me to impress anybody right now, you know, for me to be there for somebody, for me to show up. Like, think what you want to think, do what you want to do. Like, it just feels very like, I don't give a shit, right? So just be careful with that. See how far you go, you know. Don't go too far into it. Like, notice that you're feeling the way you're feeling. Figure out why you're feeling like that, and then do something about it at some point. You don't have to go the whole month like this. But I also, like, if you're cross-watching, I just want to, like, be careful with, like, demanding things or putting pressure on the Cancer, demanding from the Cancer, having expectations from the Cancer, because this is like a no-no, you know, like they're not gonna do anything. Like when the Cancer is like this and you are expecting something from them, wanting something from them, they are purposely going to do the exact opposite of what you want from them. All right, let's see what's in your environment. Temperance. The Moon. There's the uncertainty with the channeling that I got earlier before I pulled the cards. You want to see through something. You want to know the truth of something. And the Six of Pentacles. Oof. The Three of Cups at the bottom. So in your environment, there is an opportunity to harmonize with something or someone. You have the Temperance card, which talks about balance, bringing things together, alignment, two opposites or two things that usually counteract, figuring out how to bring them into harmony in some way. And you also have the Six of Pentacles, which is a give and take energy. You know, this is reciprocal. This is I give to you, you give back, right? Like give and receive. So there's balance here coming through in your environment, which is good because you are just a little chaotic up here. And I don't mean to like come across like I'm judging, or I don't want to like make anybody feel shitty. I am a Cancer. I just know how we could be. So please don't take it personal. But you are very in this like I don't give a fuck type of mentality with the Five of Swords here. You don't care how if you don't care if you ruin something right now. Okay? So that's important to know. And important for me to speak on, because whatever it is, you may after the fact regret it. You may after the fact like think to yourself like, shit, I did care about it, right? But right now it's like you're giving up. So we want to remember that you're in that state of being. You're a little confrontational as well. But in the environment, there's like positive influence here. Okay, there's something or someone that wants to give back. There's something or someone that is like willing to do the whole like, let's see eye to eye, let's do the back and forth, right? Let's have the conversation. Or, you know, if you need something from me, tell me, like I will give it to you, and vice versa. But I feel that with the moon here, it's not clear that this thing or this person is coming across that way or feels that way or thinks that way. It's not like there's nothing telling you that this person wants to balance with you and to harmonize with you, because there's so much uncertainty. There's so many things that are unsaid, that are in the dark. And this is also this thing of like, I always say with the moon, it's the stuff that happens in the dark, right? So we don't see it clearly. It's when the lights turn on, when you're in the dark, that everything you thought you saw, you were looking at in the dark, looks completely different in the light. And that's how I felt in the vision, where you got to the truth, but when you got to the truth, it was completely different from what you expected it to be. Okay? And this is how it's coming through to me here with the cards in your environment, because I mean, unless we have like really low level energy come through with the rest of the reading, you have Temperance here with your ruler, the moon, right? Like doing this dance of give and take, equal, reciprocal affection, attention, interest, care, nurture. So this is telling me that there is more to what you think is going on. There's more to whatever you perceive was your letdown, okay? Whatever you perceived was your disappointment. You want to notice if you are acting out, and quickly, sooner rather than later, try your best to switch it up. Okay? And whether or not you feel like putting effort into harmonizing with this other person, it doesn't matter. What's important right now is that you realize that you are in this destructive mode, and you pinpoint why you're there, and you make a change so you can make the best of the rest of your month. Excuse me, sorry. See what's coming through. We're going to break down the month. We're going to look at the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, the end of the month, and get more details for you. If you feel like you need assistance with something this month, you'll have it, okay? If you need help with something, you'll have it. However, on the flip side, someone may need your help. So, I don't know if you're into it. I don't know if you're open to helping other people. I guess it just depends on who the person is. But it does feel very strongly like people want to come together with you. And I don't think that they understand, like, just the way you don't see, you don't feel clear and on this person's intentions. Like, I don't even know if you know that who this is, or that they even want this, or that they feel this way about you. For some of you, it feels like you don't know that. You don't know that. Like, this is like a silent, quiet thing. Like, someone could just be watching you and wants to talk to you, like, really badly, and you're like, I'm not even, like, you have no idea that they're in your environment. But for those of you who do know this person, you don't know that these are their intentions, like I said before. And I don't think that they understand where you're at either. They feel very unclear about you as well, like how you're acting. Like, they cannot gauge you either. There's no clarity between you and this person, or you and this thing, or you and this people. What is coming through at the beginning of the month for the Cancer, please? Ooh, the Magician. What are you trying to create? You're working on something. Interesting. Ten of Wands with the Magician. King of Pentacles. The Hermit. There's a lot here. The beginning of November. I feel like you are trying to up your status in some way. Whether this is financial, at work, how you're seen in the public eye, or your social circles, or even relationship dynamics. There's something about status coming through here. But you feel that something is like really challenging to do, very hard to do. Like, you feel like you would be doing it all on your own. It's very cold, very lonely, very far away. And that's how I was feeling even before I started this reading with you. Like, you're very far away. Like, you are not to be found. Like I was saying, nothing was coming through to like give me anything to work with. It was just complete numbness, like disappearance. Some of you may actually be going like rogue or ghost, or just disappearing for a bit. I feel like some of you just want to disappear, actually. I feel that. Like you just need to get away from everything. And that's like the feeling of like, fuck it. You know, like forget it. Destroy it, kill it. That whole like snap of a finger that you can do, right? Like at one point you're like completely giving your heart to something, completely in something, like, you know, the way you are with people when you care, and then the next second something happens, and the next second it's like dead, like completely gone, completely done, right? And that's how it feels. Like, I don't care about it anymore. I'm done with it. It's too much energy, too much of my thoughts, too much of my effort. And it's just like, I'm done. I'm focusing on my money. I'm focusing on myself. Focusing on my stability, my security, my safety, protecting myself with the King of Pentacles here. And I'm taking this time off. I'm taking this time away to really sit back and think and reflect about what just happened. But you're creating an opportunity to get away. You may have a King of Pentacles, he or she, male or female, in your environment who is probably like someone that you trust, someone that you depend on, that maybe you're like going to get clarity and understanding, someone that won't judge you, that would be there for you to listen, to make you feel accepted, to give you advice. And I'm also feeling like some of you need to hear the harsh truth of something, of your behaviors, of your patterns. But there's definitely a learning experience, and I feel that strongly. Like, if you have gone through these moments with people all the time, like same type of relationship, different person, same dynamics and or situations, just different place, different times, right? Like the same type of lesson that you go through. I feel like something happens for some of you this time around that you learn it and you get it, you know, like it's like, I got it. And that could also be the vision too that I had of like you wanting to know something so bad and find clarity so bad. You think you know where this behavior comes from. You think you know which specific trauma gave you this behavior. But when you figure it out, you might be seeing a therapist. You might, like I said, I feel like you're talking to somebody or something happens. When you figure out why you are the way you are, why you go through this, why you attract the same type of people and you always go through the same endings, then it's like that reason you never thought about, right? Like it's an aha moment of, it's one of those things where you just never knew that the reason why you are like this, or the reason why you attract these people or these situations or whatever, is because of something that's happened, but it's never occurred to you that that's what it was, if that makes sense. For some of you, we're bringing it more to the mundane reality, day-to-day stuff. You may be moving stuff around. You may have to like do things that you don't want to do in the first 10 days of the month, mostly for your job. Like there's a lot of work to be done at work, really. Some of you may be like creating projects or something like that, but it's just taking so much out of you right now that it's not very exciting. And I'm missing this whole page of wands here. Like there's an element to this of like having passion, having excitement, having an idea, like wanting something new, okay? So it may be whatever let you down or whatever, it's like something that you were really passionate about and wanted, or like transmuting this destructive behavior into creating art or creating something that you're really passionate about, like putting your focus into your creativity, basically. That's how you stay out of trouble, Cancer. Start creating. What else is coming through the middle of the month? The Lovers. There's choice. Ooh, the Fool. Choice for a new start. Ooh, with the King of Swords. There's your card. Chariot. Going on a new direction with a new person or a person. So the Lovers does come through, talks about relationship, of course, but it's also the choice that's made to be in it or not, to love it or not, to want it, to explore it, to invest in it, to put effort in it, to create it. You're creating a relationship here. You're manifesting something. There's a chance for a new start with the King of Swords type of person. You have two kings here. One of them could be you, or two versions of a person, male or female. Like I said earlier, this has to do with your status in some way. You leveling up to be a king or queen of pentacles. This is somebody that is stable, secure, safe, practical, dependable, rational, has everything they need, everything they want, and then some, is able to provide for their loved ones, able to have a good time, not worry about, they're not worried about a lot. Like they have everything in place, you know. They've done a lot of work to put things into place, to have the lifestyle that they have. And they may be quiet, they may be to themselves, very wise. This person might be older, or you may be the older one. Okay, this is you. And then in the middle of the month, there is a King of Swords here. Could be the same person, just a different version of them coming through. Or it could be another person or you, I don't know, but you use your discernment. But this type of person is also quiet. I'm only saying the King of Pentacles is quiet because it's next to the Hermit. Okay, the King of Pentacles doesn't have to be a quiet person. But the King of Swords, yes. King of Swords is a quiet person. Very observant, very logical. They have a very keen, what is it? Keen, I want to say keen insight. Very precise. They are able to see through a person, see through a situation very well. They're very perceptive. They can read you. They're truthful. They use their sword of truth, right? So the swords, court cards, the king, queen, page, knight of swords. They're the only ones that have a weapon. Their weapon is the truth. So they're very honest. But they don't speak very much, okay? Like they're not the type that's just like constantly saying the things. Like they will say the thing when it's the right time to say the thing, and when they say the thing, it's truth. It's the truth. But it seems as though you are presented with a opportunity and a choice to have a new start with the King of Swords type of person and go down a new path. Either way, I feel like for you, the path is here. Like there's an opportunity to choose. You could go straight as like wherever you're going right now, which seems like it's not very fun. It's very dry. It's very gray. It's very burden. It feels like burdensome. It feels like, oh, I'm going down this road all by myself. And then it's like, you're not even going down the road, actually. Like the road is kind of up here, but it hasn't been walked on, or like no one's been down this road in like ages. So it's already overgrown with grass or whatever, right? Like it's not an actual road. Or you can go down this road. Look at all that color and vibrancy and direction and intention and speed. And also this is your card. So don't sabotage, I would say, your opportunity here. You're on this road. But then middle of the month, it's like, look at this other road that you could have. I don't know. We'll see what it's about when I pull the clarifiers. What's coming through at the end of the month? The Knight of Swords. We were just talking about the Knight of Swords. Oh, this Knight of Swords also has been playing a role at the end of November. There's a little aggression coming through collectively at the end of the month. People need to say their things, speak their truth. Oh my God. What is happening? Got the Temperance card again. You got the Three of Cups again. Interesting. There's people. There's people in your environment this month. And as I said, people are going to be coming at you with wants from you. They like ask from you. People want things from you. All right, so at the end of the month, you have the Knight of Swords, Death, Two of Swords, Ace of Cups. There's a transformation happening here at the end of the month. Someone comes in and speaks, says something to you. Something happens. It has to do with truth because it's swords here. But this is the Knight. So this is the talker. This one's the person that's like has to say their truth. Like I feel like somebody's throat chakra is like clogged and they cannot say their thing, you know? They cannot speak, they cannot open up. And finally it's like I gotta just say it. Somebody says something, could be you or someone else, and it changes things. There's a transformation that's happening. And I don't want people to think that just because people talk about the Death card, you know, with transformation, death, rebirth, like it's a bad thing. Transformation is like, it has no bias, right? It doesn't mean that just because it's a Death card, it's bad or whatever. It's just transformation. Something changes. Even if it does require an end and a beginning, right? It's technically, that's still a change. But it has you in your head for a little bit. And you are second guessing. You are conflicted about love here. A love opportunity. A love offer. Yeah, before I say anything more on that, I'm going to clarify. Let's go. Let's see what's coming through. Clarify the Magician. Temperance again. Temperance again. All right, I'm just going to say it just because it's coming through, but you may be dealing with the Sagittarius. What else for the Magician, please? Magician's trying to harmonize, come together, see eye to eye, create something, alchemize, give and take. I pour into you, you pour into me. This is the angel also, so there's some divine guidance here. There's a little divine push from your guides. There's the King of Pentacles. Ooh. No lie, Cancer. Somebody, you or somebody else is trying to manifest a relationship here, like a stable one. All right. And I don't know how you feel about that. I don't know if you feel like the idea of that. I don't know if you feel that that is something that is a lot for you, or you perceive it to be a lot. Like, you don't want to do it on your own. I feel that strongly, because with that card, that's what I got out of it. Like, you don't want to put all the effort and create it. Like, it's supposed to be two people. You have this idea when you get into relationships that it's you putting all the effort, you pushing it along, you making things happen, you know? What's the Ten of Wands? Sorry, these cards are popping out of my hands. Ten of Wands, please, for Cancer. It's just that every time they pop out, it's like too many. Something you've been waiting for. This thing, this relationship makes you feel really passionate. You're really passionate about it. It makes you feel like you are seen, you have presence in someone's life. You, I don't know. But there's definite emotional fulfillment. This is happiness, love, relationship, family, coexistence, support system, you know, like the people that you depend on at the end of the day when you come home from work. Who's going to be there to listen to your day? Who's going to be there to feed you, or, you know, like rub your shoulders or something like that. I'm getting that with this, like your person, your rock, your the one that is on your side at all times, you know, like you've been waiting for that. You perceive a relationship to be this way. It's always been so hard for you to be in relationship dynamics, but you want to feel this way. You want to feel special. You want to feel seen. You want someone to make you feel sexy and passionate, and, you know, like that you're wanted and desired. And so you'd rather go it alone, live life alone, because you're waiting, right, for this, to feel this way from someone. You're waiting for that. Like, you will sacrifice any relationship that is not that. Like, that is your thing, you know, your person, like the ultimate ideal of whatever it is. Because relationship and love everybody sees it differently, right? Everybody has a highest version of that in their mind, in their heart, so it could look differently. So whatever that is to you, you know, when you talk to the universe and you're like talking about what you want, how you want to feel, the type of person that you want to attract or whatever, like that. Okay, so you would rather go it alone and wait and be in this Ten of Wands place until you get this type of relationship. And I don't know, maybe this person is that person. Maybe this person can give that to you. I don't know. It seems like they can. Seems like they can, Cancer. What are you doing over here acting out? Because this person is your wish fulfillment. There's that 3 again. This is celebration, coming together, enjoying one another, hanging out, like having a good time, flirting, exchanging like ideas, conversation, you know. That's what it feels like with this King of Pentacles here. Like this person, you have a good time with this person. You like how they make you feel. And if this is not a person, and this is the fact that you are looking for stability, security, safety, and you're going toward that, you're creating that, I feel like you have an opportunity to get what you want here, and there's celebration, there's attraction, there's attention. So you get this, I don't know if it's like a promotion, or you're like seen in the public eye or something like that, and there's just a lot of people coming at you, coming toward you. What's the Hermit? It's like this weird thing though, because you are in this phase over here of like feeling numb and let down and just sort of like, I don't care anymore, and you're acting out. But at the same time, you have this opportunity. It could be like that though, right? Like you may be doing really awesome at work right now, you know, or in your like running your business or creating your art or your projects or whatever, but internally, personally, privately, maybe going through this. What's the Hermit? Yeah, there's some distance there. You're distancing yourself from something. Oh, shit. You want to know where the pain is coming from. You want to know why you feel shitty. You want to know why this hurt you. It's like, I wish I could celebrate. I wish I could feel all these things. For some of you, it's like you gotta heal this, because this is here at your fingertips. It's showing up, and privately, you're feeling like this. This may have had to do with this King of Swords, just because the Queen of Swords is his counterpart. So you're creating more stability, security, a good foundation. This is home environment. If you are single or if there's no relationship involved here, you're working on your home. You're creating a new home. You want to move. You're trying to manifest moving, something like that. And it's like, you need to move. You need to do it all by yourself. And you're like, I can do this. I have my support system. I have my family, my friends, like the people I love, you know. And they are there for you because you've always been there for them. They see you like that. And then you get your thing and it's your wish come true and there's excitement, but privately you're going through this heartbreak. If it is a relationship, a person comes through that is this King of Pentacles, offers you an opportunity to harmonize and be together, build a relationship, whatever. It's a matter of, am I going to go at this alone? Am I going to make all the effort by myself? I'm only going to do it if it's what I want, right? If it meets my standards. And this King is like, I do meet your standards because the star is here. There's celebration. But privately, there's something weird here about trauma, old trauma. It's like, If this is the relationship dynamic, the relationship story, and you're going into a relationship and you're putting your effort in it, there is still the need to make sure that you're conscious of your behavior. You're coming from a place of experience and wisdom, and you're not making the same mistakes and acting the same way you've always acted in previous relationships. And you're trying to find the answers and the truth about yourself and why, like, it's so you don't show up this way, right? Like, you're trying to heal your behaviors here so you can make the best of this situation. What is the Lovers? So now we're going into the middle of the month. This is around the 11th through the 20th, something like that. So you have the Ace of Cups and the High Priestess. You felt this coming. You have felt this coming. Don't care what you say. You know that this has been oh my God. For those of you who know tarot, like, do I need to say anything else? Clarifying the Lovers. The High Priestess, the Hierophant coming together with love here. Okay, you feel that this is you're acting destructive with this Five of Swords. By the middle of the month, I hope you're not in that. You need to be in touch with your higher self here. You know the truth. So do they. All right? The Hierophant and the High Priestess are very similar. Some tarot, like tarot readers, or how, like, you have like different parts of the tarot community or different like historical teachings about tarot. Some say that the High Priestess and the Hierophant are divine couple, and divine being the word, okay? Because these two deal with the spiritual. This is your higher self, and this is your inner self. When we are going through the journey of the Fool in the tarot deck, we get to the High Priestess, and we are in tune, aligned with the universe, with our higher selves, with spirit, with our guides. And then we bring that information down, right, into our body, into our human. And the Hierophant is what helps us express that, right? And so therefore, this is what we consider your morals, your ethics, your right from wrong, like what is good, what is not. This is the person, the side of you that gives yourself permission to do the thing or not. This is the side of you that alerts you when you're acting out. This is the side of you that tells you you're good to go when something is right? And so, but the Hierophant cannot have that knowing without the High Priestess. These two individuals are that the opportunity that you have for a relationship and love that come through in the middle of the month. Two people are very highly attuned to one another, for one, right? Like, very connected, in touch. This is where you could feel your person even when you're not with them, and vice versa. This is where, you know, like, you are communicating with one another. You can see through them. They can see through you. They get you. They understand you. You know, like, there's no need to even explain anything. There's no need to, like, the unspoken language, the indirect language of two people that have their own thing going on, which is what the Four of Wands is. The Four of Wands is a bond, a connection that only belongs to two people. It's not the same. It's not your normal idea, right? Like this is each Four of Wands, which means each relationship, each connection is different, right? But either way, these two, this is like big energy, big relationship, like big, you know, like bigger than you, bigger than this life. The Fool. I don't like how this deck is coming through today for me, like how it feels in my hands. Courage to do this new thing. This Page of Swords is also an indicator of a new start. The Fool is the opportunity for the new start. The Page is when we are just like diving into it and figuring it out, you know. There's a learning aspect here. You're probably learning about one another, something like that. If this is not relationship, I have to go back and forth because I've already started this whole like 2 stories going through this reading. If this is not a relationship, you're coming into contact with something spiritual here. All right, a spiritual union regardless. It could be an elevation of your gifts and how the spiritual, like your guides and your soul family, right? Like a graduation or an elevation or an ascension, something like that. An opening of the heart, a heart awakening, a heart opening. It also feels like there. And so there's a new start to come through this way. You may have learned your lesson. You may have figured out that you have been acting toxic and all of the things, and you know where it's coming from. Here with the Hermit, you've healed it type of thing. And you just see life differently. You see things differently. You see yourself differently. You're loving yourself here, because this is also a matter of like any time, right? We have trauma, pain, or whatever. Everything comes back to us, you know. This could be a matter of you get into these situations where people let you down, like you have felt over here, because you don't love yourself and you don't have your boundaries and you don't know when to call it quits. Something happens where you realize, and it's just like you have compassion for yourself, you accept yourself. And you see that within you and you start to make those changes. What is the King of Swords? There's the Ace of Cups again. Oh my goodness gracious. There's love coming through here. There's romance and feelings and emotions and connection. Cups. For this King to come through, whether this is you or someone else, for a King of Swords to come through with an Ace, I can't even hold it, an Ace of Cups and a Knight of Cups. That says a lot. All right. This King's not the romantic type. This King does not think like, they're not gushy. They're not, you know, cheesy, or they're serious. You know, there's a serious quality to them. They're not going to come through unless they know for sure that they feel this way. Ace of Cups, love. Knight of Cups, an offer of love or feeling or connection or emotion, right? They're not playing around. What's the Chariot? There's the new start with the Fool again. There's the Ten of Cups, the thing that you want, that you're not going to put effort in it unless you know that that's what it is. All right, so we're there. Okay. What is this? And this goes for both stories. There's no way I can even change that. You may be going through your own thing, but when it comes to this, there's someone in your environment that really cares about you and wants that with you in real life. They want to go this new direction, this new path with you. What's the Knight of Swords? What happens at the end of the month that changes something? Again, the collective is going through this. So far, the majority of the readings I've done, once we get to this part, it changes. So it could be like a dramatic change, a radical change in the story in your month, or it could be something completely different that has nothing to do with that takes focus at the end of the month. I don't know what the astrology is for the end of November. I haven't really been following the astrology too much. I mean, I do, but just not the way I used to. What is the Knight of Swords? The Star. Star's coming up again. It was up here with the King. Shit. Whatever this is, that Three of Swords came out, and I put it back real quick, but it was there. The Star, the Ace of Swords. Someone's hurt here. Someone feels like they cannot live up to the Star. Whatever the Star is. The Star is your hopes, wishes, dreams come true, fulfillment. Someone feels like it's like they are the Star, okay? They are the Star. Like, you literally have two celestial, like, planetary sky, what is it? Things here, the sun and the star, right? This is big. Both of them bring an essence of blessing here. You know, there's this optimism that is here. This person, this Knight, it could be you or someone else, has this like big optimism. You know, like they want it all. They want the sun and the moon. They want the sun, the moon, and the stars, right? Like that whole concept. Which, shit, like, come on. This whole reading is the sun, the moon, and the stars. Like, come on. But for some reason, someone feels like they can't live up to it. Like, maybe their insecurities are coming through here. They don't feel, oh, shit. I also feel like someone doesn't feel like they deserve it. It could be you, Cancer, coming through with a lot of this energy here, you know. Gotta do the work with that Hermit. This is here for a reason. We all deserve the sun, the moon, and the stars, right? Like, what is it? You think you're not good enough? You think, and it may not be you. It could be someone else. I don't know. But it's like, I'm going to, what is the word? Deprive myself. Deprive, right? Like, keep myself stuck, keep myself from having. It's a little sad. I don't know. What is the Death card? King of Swords is coming through with the Death card, okay? This person with the love offer. And is feeling loss. There could be like a little hiccup in your situation with this person. And it, like, they just want things to calm down. They want things to be okay. If you're cross-watching for a Cancer and you come through this time at the end of the month, the best thing to do is reassure and be nurturing and all the things. The last thing you want to do is leave them at a time like this, because then they're just going to go back and say, I knew it. Everybody lets me down. And if you're the Cancer, don't fucking do that. Right? Like, don't pity party. Whatever this insecurity is, face it. Okay? Go through it. Don't act out. Don't sabotage. Don't deprive. Like, talk about it. Communicate about it. You know, like, at least. Something changes, like I said. What? Yeah, it's the adequacy, the capability, like, yeah, it's the confidence. There's a low level of confidence coming through at the end of the month. And it can be where this king, this person, can see a different side of you or something like that. And it's just like they feel loss in some way. Like they're losing you. What is the Two of Swords? If anybody acts out in this moment of the month, it's because there's a personal thing that they're going through. And it may be projected outwardly. There's the Pentacles, the King of Pentacles again. There's an offer here. Somebody is indecisive, conflicted about change. Something's changing with another person with the King of Pentacles. If the King of Pentacles is your stability, security, safety, you have an opportunity that's coming through. It's a small opportunity, and it has you a little like back and forth in your head about, should I do this? Should I take this? Is it worth it? But nonetheless, it's an opportunity with here, both the Page of Pentacles, giving a pentacle, but a new idea of a pentacle, and the Wheel of Fortune. But the universe is giving you a little gift, a little change, a level up, a change of dynamic, change of situation as it relates to you and either this King of Pentacles, which is the person that came up here, or an opportunity for money in some way. What is the Ace of Cups? I know that part was very vague, but I'm not getting too much. Cancer. The Ace of Cups, which is love. The King of Swords gave you this Ace of Cups as well. I don't know what to say. I feel like you're already involved in something and this is just like solidifying it, or what? Like this is coming through and saying, oh, you're going to be involved in a love thing, but you're already going through it. The Cancer I'm picking up on has, there's multiple offers here. There's multiple situations, multiple people that have their eye on you, as I was saying earlier, with people. And this could be another reason why you feel like there's so much coming at you. At the end of the day, though, there's somebody that wants to harmonize and come together, but there's a lot of uncertainty for some reason. And I don't know if it's like all of these situations or options. And I don't even know if they're like all options as in literal people. It could be like you have an option for love, and then maybe like at work, you know, the people at work see your capability, like you have a lot of attention at work and they're giving you offers of more money, or, you know, because they sort of care about you or something like that. Like they want to work with you and do something out of creativity or building something new that people are putting their heart into, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of offers and there's a lot of like genuine truth feeling. So I hope that you do your best getting through all of this. Stay in touch with your higher self here. Do what is truthful to you, what is right to you, what feels right to you. Heal. And just try your best not to feel pressured or obligated, or like you want to accommodate all of these people and what they want from you and all of those things, you know. Yeah. I would definitely also like either come back in the middle of the month or something to listen to this again so you can get a better perspective of it. So you can know like what is what. And then also listen to your rising sign, and especially your moon sign, because you are a Cancer, to like sort of clarify it and narrow it down a little bit more, if that makes sense. Okay. Because it does seem like there's a lot of different people or situations or both that are coming through, that and they're opportunities for you to take, and they're all very real and very legit and very loving and truthful. Okay, so however that looks, let me know in the comments. I'm curious. But I hope you have a wonderful month of November. Thank you so much for your time and energy. I really enjoy doing your readings, and I hope to see you on the next one.